Hello, everyone, and welcome to the weekly energy update for the week of April 19th, 2026. I'm Renee Spears, a spirit guide channeler and spiritual mentor, and I'm coming to you from sunny and beautiful Bozeman, Montana. Every Sunday, I share the energy for the week ahead, and I also infuse the show with some positive vibes, so you get a little positive energy boost just for listening. So today is the first day of Taurus season, and after 4 weeks of that crazy-ass Aries season, this is really a nice change of pace. It's a chance to find our footing again. Aries season brought the fire, got things moving. It pushed us to start something and take action. And now Taurus comes in and says, okay, let's slow this baby down a little bit. I like to think of Taurus season as the calm inside the storm. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac and all about starting something new. And Taurus, being the second sign, is when we take what Aries set in motion and start building it step by step. And Taurus doesn't rush. This energy is steady and intentional and grounded. So over the next 4 weeks, it's not just about getting stuff done. It's about the process. The details matter. The pace matters. Doing it right matters. So give yourself permission to slow down and actually enjoy what you're creating. Enjoy the journey. Because Taurus is ruled by Venus, the planet of beauty and pleasure, it reminds us to savor, appreciate, and enjoy what we have now, especially the simple things in life. So right now, there's a lot we could be worried about and afraid of, but there's also so much to enjoy and appreciate. Life isn't just about pushing and striving. It's also about savoring. So Taurus is an earth sign with a deep connection to nature. And this is such a good time to ground yourself literally. Like get outside, put your hands in the dirt, plant something, repot your houseplants, or just sit in the sun for a few minutes each day. This is a time to nurture yourself and just enjoy life. So last month in my spiritual mastery class, we talked about how the words we use shape our lives. And the 3 most powerful phrases we can use are I am, I believe, and I love. I am is how you define yourself. I believe is what you decide is true for you. But I love, that one's special. That's about what you're drawn to, what you value, what your heart wants. And when you say you love something, you're telling the universe, more of this, please. And that's exactly what Taurus season is all about. It's the energy of I love. It's a month to notice all the things you love. Beauty, comfort, pleasure, the little things that make life wonderful. So Taurus season is your permission slip to surround yourself with what you love and not feel guilty about it. And to go through the day recognizing all the things you love, maybe journaling about them, but at the very least saying out loud, I love that. I love my coffee mug. I love the view. I love how the sun comes through the window and shines on that crystal. I love my slow mornings. This is a month of I love. So the most important astrological event this month happens this week when Uranus moves into Gemini on Saturday the 25th. And this happens just a few hours after Venus moves into Gemini on Friday. And this is a huge energy shift. And it will be such a relief to fixed signs like Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, who have gone through the ringer and experienced erratic energy the past 7 or 8 years. So the last time Uranus was in Gemini was in the 1940s, so it's been a minute since this energy has been here. Now Uranus is the planet of surprises, innovation, awakening, and rebellion. And Gemini rules communication, information, media, transportation, and how we process reality. So when you put those together, you get a complete revolution in how humans think and communicate. So Uranus doesn't ask politely, it awakens you. And this will look like a mental and spiritual awakening with sudden insights and downloads and new ways of seeing things. We'll be rethinking everything and questioning beliefs we've had for years. Our brains are being rewired to match our intuition. So you may notice your intuition becoming faster and clearer, and your thinking will be clearer too. Uranus is an outer planet, meaning this transit will really affect the collective. Uranus is the planet of surprise, unpredictability, and sometimes unmanageable sudden change. So trying to predict exactly what this means for society is almost impossible. But what we do know is that the next 7 years will be full of rapid, massive shifts in technology. We can expect AI and quantum computing to shift how we live. Communication and media are changing too. Old media structures like TV and some of our social media platforms will fall apart, and we'll see new things and new voices completely change how we share ideas. Same thing with education. How we learn will be shorter, faster, and more intuitive. We'll start questioning what we've been taught and think for ourselves. Uranus in Gemini is like mental electricity. It's fast, it's curious, and it wakes us the fuck up. So this is one of those rare moments when the outer planets are all working together to reshape reality. Think of it as a full system reboot, like we're getting a new human operating system. When we put together all the transits we've had recently, we can see that life as we've known it is completely changing. Pluto is now in Aquarius, which is breaking down old systems. Power structures, institutions, and the way things have always been done are being dismantled. Neptune in Aries is bringing a spiritual awakening. We'll start living our purpose and want to contribute to something larger than ourselves. Saturn in Aries is forcing us to be leaders and take responsibility for our lives. It's also giving us structure and discipline. And now Uranus in Gemini is rewiring our minds. How we think, communicate, and process reality is changing fast. So individually, each of these is powerful, but together they're changing everything in our lives. And this is a lot. Everything about how we think, how we communicate, how we experience life is changing. So of course this could be overwhelming and confusing and frustrating. Some things will be changing faster than we want, and other things will feel like they aren't changing fast enough. So for the next 7 years while Uranus is in Gemini, things will change quickly. We'll have shocking news and events, unpredictability, and great progress. And this will just become our new normal. So the best way to move through all of this is to stay flexible. Let yourself shift and pivot as quickly as the world does. Just go with the flow, dude. And appreciate every moment for what it is, because it will be changing. And Taurus season shows us exactly how to do that. It's about enjoying the simple things, good food, time in nature, and the beauty and simplicity of everyday life. And just a reminder that we need some change. Like we can't keep going the way we have. It just isn't working. And we're getting this gift from the universe to hit the reset button and do things in a much better way. All of this change is happening for us. So we are now officially in the spiritual awakening chapter of life. This is the time to really understand, listen to, and follow your intuition. And of course, perfect timing. That is exactly what my next Spiritual Spring Saturday class is about. So the Intuition Lab is on Saturday the 25th, and it's everything you always wanted to know about trusting and listening to your intuition. And the Saturday after that is Living in Magic with your spirit guides. This is how to have a deeper relationship with them, how they communicate with us, and how to communicate with them. And then the week after that is Beginning Mediumship with my friend Amy Landa. And these 3 classes all work together to strengthen our connection with spirit. I hope you'll join me. It's a fun way to spend a Saturday morning. Classes are only $40, or you can sign up for all the classes and still get a recording of the classes we've already had for only $150. There's a link to register in the show notes, or go to my website, Abundology.com. So it is a beautiful day here. I am going to repot some of my plants. I'm going to wash some windows and spend time just piddling around and beautifying my home. So as always, thank you for listening and passing the podcast on to your friends. Have a great week, everyone, and I'll talk to you again next week.